Federico Chiesa could be Klopp's own soccer. Liverpool are still considering a deal for Juventus head coach Federico Chiesa this summer. According to information from Italian sources, it is alleged that the Reds may be pursuing a transfer for the winger after their €60 million valuation was reduced to just €40 million. It is alleged that Chiesa and manager Massimiliano Allegri did not have a good relationship and were therefore not considered indispensable. Also, combined with the old lady's financial problems, this summer is almost certain to be apart. Liverpool are focusing on midfield and defence this summer, but if a suitable opportunity arises, Klopp may be inclined to take a closer look at the feasibility of bringing the Italian player to Anfield. Liverpool's attack is the only area of the pitch that fans aren't worried about right now. Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota and others are set to score plenty of goals for the Merseyside team in the months and possibly years ahead. Regardless, with Chiesa apparently present for a relatively small fee, forces at Anfield may decide to enter formal negotiations to secure her signature. Chiesa hasn't played enough in the last two campaigns after a damaging ACL injury last year. The Italian player missed 62 competitive club action. However, the 25-year-old began to find his feet again in the closing stages of the 2022-2023 season, scoring 2 goals and providing 2 assists in the last 5 games of the league era. If they can find consistency in their fitness levels, as Roger Bennett describes as a wizard, Liverpool could boast a dynamic new wide man for years to come. FBref ranked Chiesa in the top 3% of offensive midfielders and wingers in Europe's top 5 leagues last year. It also ranked in the top 15% for progressive carry, the top 17% for successful takeoffs, and the top 13% for per-match challenges. Comparing these stats, Chiesa, who earns £152,000 a week, bears resemblance to Arsenal's outstanding talent Bukayo Saka. The 21-year-old actor is one of the key players in the Gunners' revival that has resonated over the past few years. Arsenal qualified for the Champions League this year after a break of 7 seasons and is involved in the Premier League title race with Manchester City. He fought until the last moment to secure his first league victory since 2004. Saka was described as electric by Statman Dave for his fantastic achievements for the North London side last year. He scored 14 goals and made 11 assists in 38 games in England's top flight. This season Arsenal started victorious in the Community Shield and Saka assisted Leandro Trossard to take the match to penalties in dying embers. Chiesa's style, like Saka's, is direct and aggressive. Both players are capable of both direct goal threat and creative attacking. That could serve Liverpool well in the dynamism and flexibility of the front line. Chiesa will undoubtedly be a strong asset for Klopp's side, as Rio Ferdinand says. While his signature isn't a priority, the Reds are at least considering the possibility of catching him if the chance to sign him comes up. Mohamed Salah's advancing age and the lack of a successful alternative in his position also makes Chiesa more logical. It has also emerged as of today that there are offers for Salah from Saudi Arabia. If the Egyptian star decides to leave, she can be replaced with Chiesa. Fabrizio Romano has announced Liverpool's next signing. The Reds continue to hold talks with Southampton for young midfielder Lavia. The Italian transfer guru has predicted that the 19-year-old will be Liverpool's next official job in the summer market and the Anfield side will look forward to Lavia. When asked who will be Liverpool's next signing, Romano said, "I continue to insist on Romeo Lavia and continue to believe that Romeo Lavia will be the next signing." Lavia has been strongly linked to Liverpool all summer and the Reds have made 3 bids for the midfielder in recent weeks, all of which were turned down by Southampton. The Championship side insisted on a £50 million fee during the window. However, despite Liverpool approaching Southampton's demands, this did not meet the asking price. Indeed, just 6 days into Liverpool's Premier League opening, a fee was expected to be agreed some time ago. But talks continue between the Reds and the Saints for the amazing Lavia. Liverpool's pursuit of Lavia has been sloppy and ubiquitous, with few fans predicting the saga would go this long into the Premier League opening this weekend. As a result, the Reds are now in a battle against time to include Lavia in this Sunday's match against Chelsea. It could be a game the midfielder could miss, even if it was officially announced today. Time has been no friend to Liverpool this summer, and the Reds are trying their best to sign Lavia as quickly as possible before the Premier League restarts this week. The Reds can loan Gabri Veiga to Celta Vigo. Liverpool have made a juicy offer to sign Celta Vigo midfielder Gabri Veiga. But according to a report from Spain, he may now loan him back to his current club. Earning £3,000 a week, the Celta Vigo player had an excellent 2022-2023 season for his current club. He scored 11 goals and had 4 assists in La Liga. After this performance, former Chelsea and Manchester United player was compared to World Cup winner Juan Mata. Meanwhile, the Reds' midfield has completely changed this summer, and a combination of inbound and outbound players has given it a very new look. Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai came to strengthen their options, but Fabinho and Jordan Henderson recently travelled to Saudi Arabia. Also, James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain split when their contracts expired in June. While Mac Allister and Szoboszlai represent exciting young additions at Anfield, more depth and quality is needed in this area before the final transfer day arrives. 2 more midfield reinforcements are being considered before the end of the current transfer window. Southampton and Fluminense Romeo Lavia and Endre look like Liverpool's 2 biggest midfield goals at the moment. However, Veiga is another player that was talked about transferring to Anfield before the start of new Premier League seasons. According to reports in Spain, Liverpool put a juicy offer on the table for Veiga this summer, and the Reds are among their biggest fans right now. News of the 22-year-old's departure from Celta is starting to pick up, but the Reds' reportedly €25 million offer fell far short of the €40 million release clause. Liverpool are trying to sweeten the deal by offering to loan Veiga back to Celta for 1 season, which is an odd decision, given the Reds' urgent need for reinforcements. It's clear that Veiga is a great young talent with a big future in the game. But it would come as a surprise if Liverpool were acting for him now for an important reason. The Spaniard is a creative offensive midfielder in the last third. But with Mac Allister and Szoboszlai, the Reds have already filled those positions. Also, Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott represent good options out there. What Liverpool desperately needs right now is at least 1 defensive midfielder, but preferably 2. Fabinho and Henderson's exit leaves the Merseysiders extremely imprecise in this area. Lavia and Endre both fit this position somewhat. So it makes much more sense for these 2 to strive for their signatures. Should Veiga move to Anfield, it's a profile that will definitely be loved by fans, given its quality. However, maybe they want to conclude the deal this way because there are options.